Hello world, it is Thursday, September 30th, 2021, and another beautiful day, another cool day this morning. I'm in the upper 40s. And when I awoke, and I think it's going to be in the mid to upper 70s, so it's going to be a nice day. Getting a different perspective on this devotion because I had to move my camera because my devotional wouldn't show up in a separate tab, so I have to read it off of my email. So I moved my camera over to my secondary monitor. The devotion for this morning is entitled Good Meetings, written by Donna Shaper. Donna bases the devotion upon Hebrews chapter 10, verse 24 through 25, New International Version. Consider how we might spur one another on toward love and good deeds, not giving up meeting together, as some are in the habit of doing, but encouraging one another, and all the more as you see the day approaching. And Donna writes, it is said that the church can be judged by the quality of its encounters. Isn't that a fancy way of saying a meeting? What might make us not give up meeting together? Number 1, show up at the meeting with high hopes and be the most positive person present. You've heard people say that you should seize the interview. That's how you get the job. That's also how you come to enjoy meetings. Number 2, when negative people show up at the meeting with the full intention of making everyone else feel as rotten as they do, call them out. Call them in. How else can we spur each other on? And number 3, give every group 3 chances and then quit. But when you quit, realize that meetings are inevitable in the for-profit and not-for-profit world. If you don't learn how to self-govern yourself in self-governing meetings, what will happen to self-governance and democracy? The stakes are high, not low. And Donna's prayer. Let me go into my meetings with a wiggle in my walk and a giggle in my talk. On the way out, let people compliment each other on how much poetry and possibility we all have. Spur me on to that great day which is approaching. Amen. Well, for me, this devotion made me think of a couple of different things. One is my previous life as a project manager and having team members who would come into a meeting with everything that was going wrong and nothing really positive to say, and I can't think of the character's name in the old comic strip, Little Abner, the guy with the cloud over his head, and we're doomed, we're never going to make it. Or maybe that's Gulliver's Travels. Anyway, there are people like that, and it can really change the whole direction of a meeting. So I think it's important, as Donna talks about, especially in church meetings, to go in with a positive attitude and an energetic attitude that can change the whole flavor of the meetings for everyone else. And if you do have someone who's just super negative, do call them out on it and challenge them to bring it around to positive things. I think that's what Jesus always did. He never really just sat there and pointed out all the things that were wrong, but tried to point to a new way of going forward and doing things, living life, bringing heaven on earth. So that's a challenge for you today. When you get into a situation and you're feeling really negative, find a way to make it positive. Find a way to contribute rather than to take away. Hope you have a good day, and I will talk to you again tomorrow.